Care of a family member can be stressful and hard, especially if the condition is terminal. Sherman Huff and Ed Murray talk about the different services hospice offers and how they can help during tough times. That's in today's About Your Retirement.
Well, last week we began a series on hospice, and Sherman, let's pick it up with a brief overview of what we've covered so far.
Okay. Well, we talked about what hospice actually is, Ed, and it's a system of care that's provided and available for people who have been diagnosed by a doctor as having a terminal disease and having 6 months or less to live. It's normally paid for by Medicare or by your private insurance. And we also talked about it is a deal where a person has had to accept that they've fought the good fight and that they're not going to do anything else to try to prolong the illness. The hospice care in of itself neither prolongs nor shortens. They just let the natural process take place.
But do you have to be in a nursing home in order to receive hospice?
No, you don't. You actually can have it in your home, and many times people are able to stay in their home clear up through the process, the dying process, and that's really wonderful, I think, for a lot of people when they can do that. But it can be administered in your home. It can be administered in a hospital, assisted living, a long-term care nursing facility, or even in a facility that's designed specifically just for hospice patients. And they have a number of different levels of care that they provide. It's what they call the routine in-home care, or routine care that could be provided in an inpatient type facility. But that's just where they come in maybe a few days a week and help you out with your personal needs and things like that. One of the neat things they also offer is a respite care for people, caregivers who are taking care of their loved one at home. And so you can be admitted for up to 5 days to an inpatient facility so that the caregivers can get some rest and maybe get away on a vacation or just have a little time to regroup. And then they have the continuous care, which is you near the end of life. At Spanish Cove, I see people who are on the hospice care. That is, they approach the end of life for the last few days, the last few hours. There may be people there just 24 hours a day with the family to help both the family and the patient. So, real wide range of services.
And a lot of it just works to what your needs are. For my mother, hospice came to the house, but when her husband was dying of cancer, he was 6'7", about 280 pounds. She couldn't help him, so he went to one of the care facilities. So a lot of meets your needs of what you have.
And sometimes it's provided at the house for a period of time or in your home for a period of time, but then there may come a point when the care is just so heavy at home, or that especially if the person can't move, you've got to take them to an inpatient facility.
We'll continue this discussion next week.
Okay.
If you have a question about your retirement, Sherman at news9.net.
All right, thank you guys. And of